All right, I'm going to walk you through how to actually map an activity string that comes in off the internet to a solicitation code. So we see that there's 173. We're going to click here. Basically takes us to this page. We can see up here it's 173 that are in this table, so it's all looking good. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can either pick like the last 7 days and then look for the most active activity and kind of work your way down that way. What I like to do first is to see if there's groups of them that I can map together. So I sort it by string and then look to see if there's a couple of them that are kind of in the same group. So I can see already that this anti-trafficking, there's a couple of them. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that word and put it up in the filter, and I see that there's 3 of them, 3 results right up here. Looks like 2 of them are for Orphan's Promise and 1 is for OB. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what happens if you forget to check the box. If you forget to check the box, you're going to come in here and it'll say 0 activity. You can either get out of the screen by clicking this X here or just the done. So don't forget to check your boxes. There's 3 of 3 selected. I'm going to pick Edit Mapping. It's confirming that I'm mapping for 3 activities. And I'm going to go ahead and search for trafficking down here. This section here are the SOLs that I'm selecting to do the mapping. And it looks like there is already one for trafficking for OP. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And it says down here, map 3 activities to this activity code. However, I don't want to map the OB one. So I can go ahead and unselect that, even though it gives me another chance to decide whether I want to include it. And I'll go ahead and map these 2 activities. And that's really it. It disappears from the screen because we don't have pending selected. If I add pending back into the results, I can see the 2 that I've mapped and the 1 OB that also exists that I chose not to. I'm going to go back in there and finish that one. Now it looks like there were no OB trafficking solicitations. So what I can do on this side of the screen, I can add a new one. Now this is already pre-populated. This form over here to add a new SOL on the right side of the screen is already pre-populated with what you select over here. Also, what you can do if you've selected one on the left side, you can see what other things are being mapped to that. Just in case you want to know what else, if you're trying to decide if the one that you've selected matches with the rest of them or not. So what we're going to do is just change OP to OB and leave everything the same. And down here, this last box in blue is confirming what you're adding, and it says OB Evergreen web page anti-trafficking donation, and that looks good. So we're going to add a new activity solicitation. It pops up over here, and as you can see, it's got the code NW in front of it. That's those requested solicitations that have been created in this app that will be uploaded to CRM later. So I can go ahead and select that. And down here it says map 1 activity to NW0658. And I can see that it worked. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more to see what happens if you make a mistake. Let's go ahead and look at just the unmapped again. And we can see now that we have 170 since we just did 3. I'm going to sort through and see if there are any more that kind of go together. It looks like, let's check to see if there are multiple medicals. And sure enough, there are 3. The top two are OB, and it looks like one is 22, one is 23, and they're both giving catalog medical aid. The last one is EVG, and it's medical care GF. If I had more information about what medical care GF was, I might decide that I could group all of these together and map them to one activity code, but I'm going to err on the side of caution and just pick the top two. So it shows us here that we picked those two activities. It's just confirming for us. I'm going to paste medical into the selection box, and it's showing that, as soon as it's done thinking, that there are none there. So let's search the rest of OB and EVG, see if there's anything that looks like it might work. I could try the word aid, see if that pops up, and it doesn't look like there is anything there. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one, copy the string from the top, and paste it here, and add new activity. And sure enough, I added the new activity, but I accidentally left the word digital there. So I can come back over here, get rid of the word digital, and then update. And then so that's kind of what I wanted to show you guys. Looks like I did create a new one, NW0060. The button's confirming that I'm mapping 2 to that one. Go ahead and hit OK. And there you go. Put the pending back in. I can see that I did what I needed to do. If you go over to the pending page, what you can do is put your name in, and you can say, just give me the last day, and it's confirming that we've created 3 new, well, this one was yesterday. So today we've created 2 new solicitations. And if you go to the mapping table, same thing, put in your name and change it to, 1 day ago. It'll just show you what we've mapped today. And actually there's a couple from yesterday, but these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that we did today. Now if you go back to the dashboard, you can see that we did 5. We've got an extra, some more requested solicitations that have popped in and that have been mapped to an activity. So there you go. All right, happy mapping, everybody.